Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Happy Easter. He is risen. So you say he is risen indeed. So we missed the tram. We're on our way to church. It's Easter morning and we missed the tram. So we are walking because we can't be late. Eric plays worship and he's always like, don't be late. So if we get there late, I'll get the side eye. And I have no intention of being late. So we're walking. And check out the shoes. That's what I'm walking in. It's about a 15-minute walk. So we can do it. We've done it before plenty of times. It's just, I didn't want to do it today. So here's Jaffa Road, a little bit of Jerusalem in the morning. And I'll probably get back with y'all when we get to Christchurch. So now we're going to have some lunch. Eric led worship today. And one of the perks of leading worship is that we get to eat here at the Christchurch guest house dining room. And I'm so grateful because I'm hungry. Here's one of my children. You left your water. What's Kwani? So we were at Christchurch eating our dinner, and then we heard the scouts through the restaurant, so we ran outside because we knew that it was a scouts parade, which they do every year at Easter and different holy days, and we wanted to catch that. Hello! And we wanted to catch it, so we ran out of the restaurant really fast to come and see. And that's the Catholic Scouts, and they do a parade on Easter every year. Oh, that's nice. There's Greenfield. So they do a parade on Easter each year. And it's like a kids, like the boys, it's like a Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, but a local variety, and it's Christian. It's actually for the church. No, I live here. Thank you. And it's for the tour guide offer. And it's just something that they do each year during the holiday. I can't explain why, but it's cool, right? So let's girls playing those drums. So this is Jerusalem on Easter. It's also the middle of Passover and Western Easter for Catholics and Protestants. And then next week will be Eastern Orthodox Easter. So today is Palm Sunday for the Eastern Orthodox and Easter for the Westerners, Catholics and Protestants. And then next week will be Easter for the Eastern Orthodox and nothing for the Westerners. And this coming Friday is the end of Passover. So right now we're in the middle of Passover. So there's Jewish people, Christian people, all kinds of folks walking around the city right now. And we are going back to our meal. Happy Easter, guys. So we are taking our Easter pictures in the garden at Christchurch. And Eric is posing them.
Both feet here. There you go. Yeah. There you go.
So they look super cute. We're at Christchurch in the garden. Eric is posing frickin' frack for our Easter shots.
Come on, real smile. Come on, goobers. Don't squint your eyes. Josh, I need you to be real still. Okay. 1, 2.
Okay, here is Old City garbage pickup, guys. I am prepared, as Eric told me, be prepared to be accosted because I look totally like a tourist right now. Just to have my camera out. I haven't filmed in the Old City for a while, so here is a garbage truck. Thank you, thank you. You don't hear that guy? Oh, some friends of ours. So anyway, like I was saying, we just saw some of our friends. Now we're going to go down to Shaban's shop. We were going to go to the church. I live here.
You forget to see my
No, thank you. I live here. I told y'all this is how it goes. Anyway, so we were going to go to see the Church of the Holy Sepulchre since it's Easter, like I was telling you, Catholic and Western Easter, but our friend was just telling us that it's blocked off. I guess that there's just too many people right now. So the road down to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre is blocked. They're staring at me, I'm gonna film them.
They might just have it going one way.
Probably through the other way.
Way.
Yeah. So we'll see later. We think we can come in through the other side. There's another entrance. But anyway, we're going to see a friend of ours who's a shopkeeper. And I pulled out my camera here because I want y'all to see kind of how busy it is inside of the old city, especially during Holy Week. During this time of year, it's super busy. And this actually isn't super busy. This is not as busy as it used to be, but this is a good bit of a crowd. So here's some of the old city, people buying and selling ceramics. Not selling ceramics. You know what I mean. People buying ceramics. Here's shopkeepers. This guy been on TV a lot. Different documentaries about Israel. This guy too in the gray sweater here. Okay. This is our friend's shop. Really good guy, but he's not here. I don't know where he is. Oh, I do know where he is. He's Christian, and it's Easter, so that's why he's not there. There's a guy with some delicious bread. So we're in the Christian Quarter right now. And we're going to go to Shaban's, who's been a friend of ours since we were in graduate school. And he may offer us tea or drinks or something. And the kids are excited because they love to come to Shaban's shop. If he's here. Is he here? It's called, well, you can't see the sign, but it's called Alibaba Souvenir Shop. And our friend is Shaban Amir. So he's here. Hey Shaban. So he's counting money. Thank you. So this is where we used to come to change money. This was where Eric escorted me to and ordered the thing. So I'll just show you Shaban's really cool shop. This was. We love coming here. This is like a home away from home. A lot of the decorations that you guys have seen in my house and asked over the years about, like the tapestries and stuff like that, we get them here. And the kids love coming here and messing with his chess sets. Here are the chess sets. We always have to get them to leave the chess sets alone. Really beautiful ceramics and a couple with t-shirts from students who have been here in the past. And then students like to give Shaban their banners from their schools and stuff like that. And he's faithful to hang them and put them up. So I'm gonna go because I think we're gonna have some tea soon.
Daddy?
Our friend Shaban. Really.
You like tea or juice?
So Shaban always finds us what we need, or if he doesn't have it, and just always gives us really fair and reasonable prices as well. So here is our tea. I feel like I'm zoomed in. Am I? No. So this is delicious. It is black tea with mint leaves in it, and always yummy. There's Josh's. I should have filmed the guy who brought it in. He brings it in on this really cool tray. I don't see one in here, but he brings it on this really cool tray. So from somewhere else in the shoot. I don't know where it is. Maybe the motor stand. Yeah. And then we have nice tea to drink. It's okay. Look at these two little gorgeous these little men. Oh my gosh. They're so cute. So we're in the old city. I don't know where we're going right now. We're just we're going to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. This is the back side of the church. The city is built like on top of itself. So this is the back side of the church. And there's all these kind of buildings that's thrown together around on it. There's Brother Samir, Eric. He just came out.
Hey, brother.
Hey, this is our friend Samir. He's a got a falafel shop here and shawarma shop. One of the scouts that was playing earlier, the customer here. But the man is a really cool believer friend of ours named Samir.
Happy Easter. Hello.
Hi!
But there's like, what do you call it? The band, the marching band.
Yeah, the scouts. I filmed them earlier. Yeah, that's them. They're the Catholic Scouts. So we met up with some friends, ran into them. Hi! And so we've been in the Christian Quarter. So we're gonna try to find, well, we know where it is, but we're gonna try to go the other way into the Church of the Holy Sepulchre since we couldn't get in the main way that I was showing you earlier. You know, you feel a little bit like insulted, like you have this pride, and you're like, I'm not a tourist, so I don't want people to think I'm one. But I want to show you guys around the city, so since I want to show you guys around the city, I'm just gonna have to suffer through looking like a tourist. It's okay. Now we've gotten to the very congested and annoying part of the old city. Well, I don't know if annoying is the right word, but it just gets very congested right around here. I did a video in this area quite some time ago, but it's been like years since I've been in this part of the old city. So I'll show y'all a bit of this today. Keep up with Daddy, honey. And this area is thronged with tourists and locals, and you gotta watch your feet or you'll get garbage carts rolling over you. You have to watch your back or you'll get pushed into. We are in the Muslim quarter right now, right where it kind of meets up with the Christian quarter. And if you don't keep a close hold on people with you, you will get separated, as you can see. Baby, catch up with Daddy and Josh, please.
Hi, Naomi Campbell. How are you?
Hi.
Hi, Naomi Campbell. Hello, Michelle Obama. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Michelle.
So I'm Michelle and Naomi Campbell in the last 30 seconds.
Why did they call me that?
Because those are famous black women. You hear that? Unbelievable.
You are the spitting image of both of
The
those.
spitting image, clearly. Hi. Thank you. Thank you. So we're going to try to go upstairs on the roof of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. There's a Coptic church up here and an Ethiopian church that are on the roof of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. And we're going to try to go this way first. We're upstairs at the Coptic and Ethiopian churches. Oh my gosh, the Ethiopian gate is open. Okay, there's a whole Ethiopian village up here of monks and priests that live in this area, and it's so amazing. I'm gonna cover up just because I feel like I'll be offensive if I'm exposed to it. But it's a beautiful Ethiopian lady inside of the Ethiopian gate. Oh, it's so amazing. Oh, I want to go in there so bad. We've been invited in before. My mom and I were invited in. Well, my stepmom and I can't remember. It's been a few years. And it was such an honor because it's a village. It's like literally a little private village up at the top of this church. And we're going over to the Coptic, which is the Egyptian section. They have some things up here about the martyrs, the people who were killed last month, Eric, or the month before. There were some people murdered in Egypt by ISIS.
It's been a couple months already.
By ISIS, right? Yeah. And so...
they were in Morocco or Tunisia?
Okay. And so this is remembering them. They were Egyptian Christians. It says, I wonder how you stood before the tyrants, steadfast, overwhelming the whole universe. What made death so dear to you, to your hearts? Did you see it in the glory of life? Or you saw Christ awaiting you, so you rushed to meet him? That's a poem by the Pope of the Coptic Church, Pope Shenouda III. It's called The Heroes. Extremism. Islamic extremism is what took their lives. This is where they live. These little houses. And I'm going to go over here and just try to, hold on, honey, show you a little bit of the village. This is the village, and it looks like it's open right now. They're not blocking people out. Here's a well. Here's one of the homes. Here's a souvenir shop. Ethiopian, see the sign? The Ethiopian souvenir shop. Here's the little houses. And you don't usually see very many people, but today there are lots of people up here in the community. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
So, people come here from Ethiopia to serve as monks and nuns in the church, and they live here, up here, in these little huts, basically. Let's film. We're going through the Ethiopian church and then the Coptic church. Beautiful picture painted with the story of Bathsheba and Solomon. And they're painted as black people. Beautiful. I'm going to say a prayer. You can just say. Okay, amen. And here's the Coptic chapel. It's a view of it. It's a beautiful wooden and mother of pearl engravings. Okay, now we're going to go into the main. Now we're going to go into the main lower churchyard. So this is the courtyard of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, the traditional site where people believe Jesus was crucified, buried, and resurrected. We just came down from the roof, and it looks like there's a procession of some sort or something. So, oh yeah, there is. Palm Sunday procession. So, what group would this be, Eric? Armenian?
Looks like Armenians.
Wow, look at the olive tree. It's like a tree. Yeah, not serious? There's a whole bunch of papers on the floor. I've never seen this before, but I guess they're prayers. I've never seen this before. They're like all over. It smells very strongly of like incense and rose or Sharon. You smell that rose oil, Eric? Wow. So I've been here before, and I go back and forth between whether or not I want to film, because this is a really holy experience for the people who are having it. This is the slab of rock where people believe Jesus' body was taken off of the cross and then prepared for burial. So for the people who believe this is the exact location of that, this is an extremely important stone, and they're rubbing it with oil. They're rubbing the stone with oil and then rubbing like their cloths on it so that they can take that home with them to wherever they're from. One thing that always strikes me about this church, is what's so beautiful about this church, is that you'll see Muslims in here, you'll see Christians from all over the world here, even some Jews. People come here because they want to understand this experience. And for some people, it's a holy place for their personal experience, but for some people, it's a tourist place where they want to see why it's so significant to others. So, I didn't tell you, but upstairs there's a staircase that goes up to what used to be a hill, that's been completely built over, where they say Calvary is. There's a hill underneath here, and that is the hill where they say the cross of Christ went. And so up there is where you have an area where people can go and view and kind of touch where they say the cross went. This big old building here inside of the church. There's the roof, by the way, the dome, by the way. Oh, that's beautiful. This building under the dome is a tomb. And inside of there is another slab of stone where it's believed that Jesus, that's what they call the tomb of Christ, basically. No, during the time of Jesus, there would not have been a building. This was a cave, and over 1,000 years ago, this spot was seen as sacred, as the place where Jesus was buried. So they carved out most of the cave, what cave would have been here, and built a tomb around it. So there was a hill over there and the cave over here. And over time, they built a church around this site. So inside of there is a slab of rock, and that's where they say Jesus was buried, was laid to rest on that stone. So all these tourists here are waiting to go inside of that. So it's always cool to come to this church during holy days because you just never know what you're going to find, what you're going to see, what might be open. We're going to go to a tomb that gives you proof that this place actually was a cemetery during the time of Jesus. Now, whether or not it was where he was buried is another thing, but wow. It wasn't always this ornamented in here, but it's very nice now, so I'm going to try to talk quietly. The last time I was here, this was really just a cave. They've made it very, they've actually turned it into a shrine of sorts. And I've got to say I'm impressed because I've been coming into this cave for years and it's never been prepared. Maybe it's just for Easter.
Today and tomorrow.
Okay, goodbye.
Mommy, that thing's open.
So it's not usually like this. This would explain why I never see it like this. Only during Palm Sunday, I guess, and tomorrow, the next day, or Easter time, I guess, it's actually decorated. Come here, Kalani. Boy. It's actually decorated with tapestries and rugs and sitting areas. So there must be some ceremony that's going to happen. Okay, so we're back out of the little cave now. But gosh, y'all, the dome is looking amazing. This is the entrance to the tomb. We're going to go to a chapel that's downstairs, and it's an Armenian chapel where they found ancient like graffiti. So we won't get to see the ancient graffiti, but at least we'll go down to the chapel. The chapel downstairs was always a peaceful place for me. Like when I was in grad school and I wanted to get away, I would go down there because it was cool and it was quiet, and I would just sit and pray or meditate. So I'm going to show you. So we're going down this massive staircase, ancient Crusader graffiti, Crusader crosses. Ooh. And it's a shame you're not going to get to see it that well. And the chapel, which is sometimes open and you can sit in there quietly. That little door right there takes you in and down to where you can see this ancient graffiti, like from before the year 1000, like I can't remember, so I'm not going to give you a year, but back before that. Now, these are some people that we know. They're going down into a lower chapel, and what's down in that lower chapel, I kind of struggle with a bit. What's down there, they say, is where the cross of Christ was found. And the story behind that is that there was a cross. I don't know how well y'all can see. But the story behind that is that they took a dead body and waved it around down there on these crosses that were down there. And the one that it touched, they knew that was the cross of Jesus.
I remember when you said you had to be quiet.
Well, when there's nobody down here and it's silent, it is important to be quiet. But now there's tons of people. And I just stopped and talked to a lady with natural hair. I don't know why I didn't film her. I promise y'all, I've seen like 3 or 4 couples in the last 2 or 3 minutes of interracial couples where the guy is white and the girl is black. In the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, in the same area downstairs. That's crazy. I think Daddy and Josh have gone out. So basically we went a big loop around the church. And wow, look at all these rooms. My word. And there's the stone again. I love these old doors to the church. Ooh, and we're out. Oh, Lord, that was an experience. So that is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and every time I come, I film and then don't upload it. So today, maybe I will actually edit this footage. Here's the courtyard again, and there's the door, the double door, and there's the facade. This is a Crusader facade. So now that we're outside, I will tell you, or I'll let Eric tell you. Eric, tell them about the different churches that control the facility.
Oh, Lord, I don't remember all of them.
Just say what you know.
There are the Latin Catholics, which we don't really see their area because it's off to the side there. But
Right, and because this is Easter, I guess. I don't know why they close.
This is Easter for them. Well, they've already had their service this morning.
Yeah.
They're done. There are the Greek Orthodox. They have the biggest part in the center.
Making sure it's loud because...
There are the Syrian Coptics, which they were kind of at the back end, like a little caboose on the Anastasis there, the big Russian monolith.
On the tomb.
Right behind the tomb. There are the Armenians, who wear black pointy hats. Or Ethiopian Orthodox and the Egyptian Copts. Coptic Church. Copts. C-O-P-T-S. Copts. Not Copts. Coptic Church. Latins, Greeks. Well, the Greeks and the Russians are more or less together, but I think they both have a presence here. Syrian, Armenian. Yeah, there's 7.
Okay. So, that is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. And all of those different groups are all kind of controlling different portions.
It's kind of a hodgepodge.
Different portions of the church. And all those groups control bits here and there. They don't always get along, unfortunately.
But there is some more cooperation. They're allowing them to make improvements little bit by little bit. And they've shown some signs of cooperating somewhat. But they have to be very careful, and it has to be very carefully coordinated so that nobody gets slighted in one way or the other.
It's an unattractive but quite beautiful building with a really interesting history and a lot of interesting stuff going on. And if you find different cultures and traditions interesting, you'll really, really find this church to be a place that's worth visiting and learning about. Now we're entering into more of a residential part of the old city. We just left Christian Quarter Road. We're going out Jaffa Gate, so we're going one of the back ways that we know because we didn't want to have to pass all the tourists again, which can be quite a throng when you're walking out and you're trying to walk through. Hello. When you're trying to walk through on... I know, they hurt. When you're trying to get out of the gate, but you have to go past all the tourists and the shops. It can be like a process. So we're taking our shortcut out, which is really just one of the back roads. Here's a little house, neighborhood type place. There's a massive, massive pool in there. That's beautiful. La shukran. La. Mahaba. They're cute little boys. They were trying to sell me some water, but I don't want any. Mahaba. Hi. They're selling water. And I told them, no, thank you. It's kind of funny because they're like way on a backside road somewhere, but they're selling their water. So yeah, this is our back way to Jaffa Gate. I mean, It's not that nobody knows about it. It's just that there's way less people going this way. And if you do know your way around the old city, Lord, it makes life easier.